Hey everybody, Keith Dotson here in an urban wetland in Tennessee. This priceless place is a natural spring and a surrounding wetland that was one of the reasons the town originally settled here. Later it became a water treatment plant for the city, which at some point became abandoned. Now it's a city park with a boardwalk and a small children's museum. This wetland sits at the lowest point in its watershed, so it tends to collect a lot of trash that gets washed in from storms. But while it suffers from many of the ills of being in an urban environment, it's also home to great blue herons, yellow-crowned night herons, river otters, beavers, muskrats, red-winged blackbirds, various ducks, Canada geese, snapping turtles, and other species of turtles. There are great bird sounds here if you can discern them over the sound of traffic in the modern city around us. That's a muskrat. That's a yellow-crowned night heron. That's a great blue heron. That's a big beaver lodge back there, and notice the turtles sunning themselves on the log above the waterline. On one particular afternoon, there was a bit of a kerfuffle between two geese mates. Now, Canada geese pair for life, but this mate has wandered away from its partner, and the one left behind was not at all happy about it. That would be the partner calling out. I imagine it saying something along the lines of, "Hey, where are you going? Get back over here." It's really making its displeasure known for all the marsh to hear. Well, I'm here. Where are you? Meanwhile, the other goose is perfectly content having a little me time over here on this log. All right, if you aren't going to come back to me, then I'll come to you, but I'm not happy about it. Oh, brother, always complaining. I'll just act like I don't hear it. Meanwhile, the turtles are staying out of the disagreement. Hey, there you are. Didn't you hear me calling you? That's okay, I forgive you. Meanwhile, the other partner suddenly feels sleepy and nestles its head in for a rest. Maybe now we can have some peace and quiet around here. Here are some of the black and white photographs I've shot here over a period of time. This is one of our favorite places to get our steps in, and one day while looking over the railing, I said, "Man, I'd love to be able to see under the water. Wouldn't it be cool to know what goes on under there?" And Tina said,
Don't you have a camera that records underwater?
And I said, as a matter of fact, I do. That's a really great idea. This is a DJI first generation Osmo Action in a waterproof housing attached to a telescoping carbon fiber pole that extends to 10 feet. Nothing too fancy here. So far I'm using it in 3 or 4 ways. The first is from the boardwalk or paved path to reach out over the water like this. You can get into all kinds of places with it. Another way I use this rig is holding the pole straight down over the handrails of the boardwalk and lowering it down into the water like this. And I also use it something like a drone to hover out over the marsh in a way that you can only do from the air. And sometimes I also skim low over the water surface too. And of course I carry in my bag a bunch of optical wipes to keep the lens clean between plunges. So on my first attempts at going beneath the surface, we had just come through some severe thunderstorms with a lot of rainfall. The sky was mostly gray and the water was quite murky. Other than a few minnows, I couldn't really see much. I really hoped to see a snapping turtle or a muskrat or even just a crawfish swim by, but no luck. Oops, a little too far down. I went into the muddy bottom. It looks so ghostly under there, doesn't it? I was surprised that the birds could be heard so clearly under the water. Nothing but plant materials and debris floating around. Under one of the boardwalks, a beaver built a long dam. I thought it might make an interesting place to check out. Well, the days right after that heavy rainfall were pretty murky, so I wondered what I would see later, maybe on a sunnier day. I thought I'd start with an overhead scan. After a number of efforts, I determined that it's easier to shoot the animals above the water than to catch a glimpse of them below. I noticed most of the critters, like turtles, keep well clear of the boardwalk area. Muskrats will swim under it, but their behavior is so random that it could take a long time and a lot of luck to get a look at one swimming past the underwater camera. I know for a fact that there are crawfish and bigger fish in this water, but none of them have emerged in my footage. Even so, I hope you enjoyed seeing this peek at what lies beneath the surface of a wetland in the American South. And now a final wash-up. Thanks for watching. Be sure to visit my website at keithdotson.com.